I'm Tanner. Welcome back to Fly Guys Golf. Today we're out at the Raven Golf Club today. We're going to play 9 holes. If you guys watched a few of our episodes before, we got a list of things we're going over. But today is really about course strategy, how to get around the course, and not make those big mistakes. Hope you guys enjoyed the tips today. Let's go play some golf. All right, guys, hole 1 here at the Raven. Par 4, I think it's 436 yards on the card. So I'm going to start this up the left side. If it bleeds, great. If it's straight, that's okay too. A little spinny there, but I got away with it. So 164 to the flag with the breeze in our face, guys. Normally I'd hit an 8-iron with no breeze, but I got to hit a 7-iron. I'm going to flight this one down. 2 things I'm thinking about. I'm not going to go deep because I don't want to be past the pin, and I don't want to be in this bunker on the left. So I'm going to flight it down. I'm going to stay to the right. It's fading on me a little right. Wasn't the best strike. So I did miss the green, guys, to the right here. A much easier chance for up and down than over there at the bunker. Sit right there. Sit down. By the way, guys, if you haven't, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate your support. We're growing, loving it, having a good time. The pin's up front, so it's only playing, it says 118 to the flag, and it's a little bit downwind, so I'm going to go for like 115-ish. That's got to get up. Sit down. Sit on the green. If you watch my other videos, you see I do use Aimpoint Express. I'll probably do a video on that soon, so for you that don't quite know what it is. Using Aimpoint Express kind of tells me how much it's going left. By using the slope of the green and the speed of the green, I can kind of judge how much it's going left. Well, that one just didn't want to go as much as I thought there. Easy pars are never a bad thing though. Deep par 4. Now here's where the strategy comes in on this hole. Out of bounds left, and you get in trouble left. I could hit a little bleeder. I know that's the way it's going to go, but I do want to get a little extra pop on this one. So I'm actually going to aim out to the right, knowing that I can miss right if I do happen to fade this a little bit or push it right. I'm okay. If there was danger right, I would not try to hit a draw on this hole. I just would not. So missed it a little bit on the heel. It did fade on me a little bit. So talking strategy, the difference between a scratch player versus kind of a mid handicap, how many birdies do you think they make more around? Like 1.8, like not even 2 more birdies per round. So that should tell you something about what a scratch golfer does during a round compared to kind of a mid handicapper, right? He's obviously not making those bigger mistakes. How to minimize those mistakes, that's kind of what we're talking about today and the strategy involved in that. So we're 208 here, downwind. I got a little bit of tree trouble, as you can probably see here. I'm gonna actually bleed this a little bit and keep it down with my 4-iron. Stay left. I got a pretty easy up and down for the most part here. This is actually something I'm gonna try to chip in if possible. All right, guys, I brought 3 wedges over here. Again, strategy here. I wasn't sure what the lie was gonna look at. I wasn't sure how much I need to carry. How many times have you grabbed maybe 1 wedge, walked over here from the cart and said, I'll just use it because it's what I got. Grab a couple extra clubs. You never know what you might need for the shot to make the shot a lot easier. And just bump a 50-degree here. Very good speed. Made it a lot easier going with a 50-degree than trying my 60-degree, which is what I would normally do. Hit a standard chip there, guys. Pin high. Left myself a foot. Made par, guys. Guys, I hope you learned something from that hole. I mean, it was a deep par 4. I did not hit the best drive. Obviously, I let myself miss it in the right spot. My second shot, I had to kind of hit that cut a little bit low from 208 yards, which isn't the easiest either. But relatively, though, after that, it was an easy up and down for par. All right, hole 4, par 5. The card is just under 600 yards, and there's a breeze slightly in our face, guys. This is one I'm not expecting to get there in 2. Towed that a little bit. It's heading towards those bunkers on the left. I think we're okay. I did try to turn that over. I caught it on the toe, a little gear effect. That happens, but I think we're okay out there. I'm here on the left-hand side of the rough. I'm still 280 to the front edge. It is tempting to go for it, but honestly, it's not the percentage play. I'm gonna try to stay just right of these trees over here and just keep it in the middle of the fairway and again, leave myself about 100 yards, hopefully, for my 3rd shot. So that was perfect, just a little bleeder. We should be just fine right there. We'll see what yardage I got coming in. We are 98 yards, so we did pretty dang good. I'm gonna hit a gap wedge here and knock it down just to take away some of that spin. Cut it a touch thin, get up. So we do got a little bit of a downhiller here. I can't be super aggressive, unfortunately. Come on, ball, get left. Obviously not the ideal wedge shot, guys, right? But I did play it somewhat smart, cut it a little thin deep. Ended up making an easy par again, right? It was no struggle. Hey, if you guys haven't already, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your support. 500, we gave away a wedge, which if you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. You might be the winner. 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away a new giveaway. Stay tuned for that. All right, hole 5 here, guys. It is a par 4 that technically is gettable with the driver if you really nuke one. It's 324, I think, on the card. It's probably only maybe 300 or a little more than that to the straight across, but it's not the percentage play again, right? We're talking strategy today. And just lay up short of the sand down the middle here. Pulled it a little left, but it'll be okay. Again, you can mishit it a little bit here with your 4-iron. Pretty open, get away with it. You mishit it with the driver a little bit. Now you're fighting to try to make par. So I pulled it a little bit more than I would normally want to, but honestly, this is actually a great angle into the pin. Now I'm at 90 yards, guys. This is where I think people make a mistake as well, is I could grab my 60-degree lob wedge and hit it 90 yards. I could. I typically don't like to hit it more than 80 if I can help it, right? I got my 56 in my hand, which I can hit about 100, but I'm gonna hit about a 3/4, which for me is about an 85 or so yard shot, which should be really nice for this. It's more controlled. There's less room for error compared to hitting to a 60-degree lob wedge. Struck it really well. Might be a touch deep. Stop. Nope. Should be all right. 4-iron, wedge. Now we see if we make a putt. It's gonna be too high. A little aggressive there too, so took out some of that break right there. That's all right, another easy par. So part of the road to scratch here, guys, as you guys might know, is that we're still trying to establish a handicap. If you guys did watch my last video from last week, I did the TrackMan Combine, which was a 60-shot test, and it gives you a score. It threw me at a 3 handicap through that test, which honestly is probably pretty close. All right, hole 6, par 4, just under 430 here, guys. Driver's not necessarily needed, but because this hole kind of plays left to right, and that's my natural ball flight with my driver, and we have a little breeze going that way, I feel very comfortable that I can hit a driver here. It does tighten up when you get down there, about 300, so I'm not gonna hit this crazy hard. I'm gonna try to hit an easy driver here. Missed that on the heel, guys, but I got away with it. Just coming off that bunker a little bit, should be okay. Left myself with 164 yards. Downwind and a little left to right. So I'm actually gonna hit 8-iron, should be enough. I do got an uphill slope here somewhat. It's hard to see probably on the camera, but which is obviously gonna make my ball go a little higher. But because it's a little bit downwind, I think that should be fine. Struck it very well, guys. Be good. Gotta get right. Just playing a little more break today, guys, than I need to. Decent speed there. I don't know if you guys have heard the saying, but sometimes boring golf is good golf. All right, hole 7 here, the Raven. It's from the back tees here on the card, it's over 220, and there's also a breeze in our face, and the pin is in the back. So this is playing at least 220. I think because the tees are slightly up, I think it's right around 218, 219. But with that breeze in our face, I'm gonna have to hit this probably close to 225, 230. I shoved it out right more than I wanted to, but go ball. That might need to go. Come on, ball. Go. Come on, ball. Shoved it just a little bit. Shoved it just a little bit. So a little bogey there. One of the hardest holes on the course. Made bogey. That's all right. It's gonna happen. All right, guys, just coming off bogey on hole 7. We're on hole 8 here, par 4. This is where strategy comes into, where you can't get too aggressive just because you made a bogey. Driver is not the play on this hole. So, although I'd love to hit driver out there, it gets really tight and everything funnels left to right towards the water, which obviously I hit fades with the driver typically. So, if you guys remember the very first episode on the Road to Scratch on this hole, I did go into the drink. I'm not going to let that happen again. So I'm going to aim with these bunkers here on the left and try to hit a straight ball that maybe fades just a little bit. A little on the neck, but I got away with it just fine because I was aiming left side. So it is bleeding right a little bit, but we are just fine right there. I told you I wasn't going to go in that water. I wasn't going to let that happen again on this course. So, but seriously, guys, how many times have yourself or even you played with somebody who's maybe a decent player who can hit driver and feel confident about it and say, you know what, I'm going to be aggressive and really go after this one, especially when they just made a bogey and they're a little frustrated. So they're trying to get one back or they hit the next tee shot a little bit harder and then they just compound themselves into another bogey or double bogey for worse. I mean, I see it all the time, and heck, I've done it myself plenty of times. That's why when I say me going through this Road to Scratch with you guys is kind of fun for myself. It's making me think a little bit more through the course a little bit and how I should play the holes. So guys, I played it pretty smart with the 3-wood. Actually missed the 3-wood just a little bit. I'm only left with 129 yards right now. That pin's up front, and so not being too aggressive with the driver and trying to get too fancy up here, I paid off, right? I'm gonna have to take a little bit off this pitching wedge for sure, but let's see if we can knock one close here and give ourselves a chance. Come on, be good. Just a little left of the flag. Ah, it's deep too. I did not hit it. That's got to go. It's got to go. All right, we got one hole left. 1 over par from that bogey on 7. This hole on 9, though, is gettable. If I can hit a good tee shot, it's definitely reachable in 2. Chance for eagle and an easy birdie if I can make it happen, but you got to hit a good drive first. So, hole 9 here, very gettable. If you put a good swing on one, you can definitely get there in 2 here. A little spinny there, but that should work. Good chance to get there in 2. 202, the pin's in the middle. There is a little breeze in our face, so I'm going to add about 10 yards here. I am going to hit a 4-iron here. I'm going right at this thing. I'm going to be aggressive here. There is a bunker on the left, but if I go into it, I think I can get up and down or shouldn't have any issue there. So, oh, I caught it thin. Fade. That's got to go, guys. Ooh, I just carried that bunker. Can I in with the birdie to shoot even? If you guys followed me my very first episode, I made a pretty good putt, kind of an unexpected birdie to shoot even par on the front 9. Flirting with some danger there. This is a pretty deep bunker, but I wasn't too worried about it if I ended up in there, but I came close there. So let's see if we can get up and down for bird. All right, guys, I got 3 wedges. If you were paying attention earlier, it's because I wasn't sure which one I want to use. Normally I grab my 60 around the greens a ton, but I think I'm going to grab my gap wedge again, my 50 degree, and just bump and run one up there. I got plenty of green to work with here, so I think it's a smart play here. Get right, get right. And there you go. Finally made one, guys. Got one back, shoot even par. All right, guys, that's it. Just finished 9, 1 bogey, 1 birdie to shoot even par on the front 9 here at the Raven. I'm gonna put my stats right up here. Hope you guys learned a little bit about strategy. I know I did, and kind of refreshing my memory of how to play some shots and play the holes. So if you guys can, do me this favor, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate the support. At 1,000 subs, we're giving away a pretty nice giveaway. So subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along with the journey, the Road to Scratch. You guys know it. Let it fly.